Hi and welcome. This is my first video blog for this class, The World is Open. Uh, this will be a weekly video blog about things we discuss in the class and the reading we do and some of my personal thoughts. So let's go ahead and start. The first week of The World is Open, the class, it was really interesting. This class is all about Web 2.0 technologies and how to find the right tools for you as in an educational setting and how to utilize them in an appropriate way. In this class also we will be evaluating, recommending and creating Web 2.0 resources. I was really intrigued by, or surprised maybe, by the fact that this class has no book, but I think Dr. Bank is doing a really nice approach to this new style of teaching, and he's keeping us current with all the new issues in the field. Uh, the first week was really interesting as far as bringing some quotes from Brush and Wedemeyer and the way they anticipated the world in our times. It was really fascinating to see them imagining all these current technologies back then in their time. So I wonder how the future will be. In the class, we did discuss some of the reading we talked about. Um, uh, we did talk about some of the reports that was provided to us by Dr. Bank, and he's really challenged us to find our own approach into these articles. The first article I will be talking about is the Millennium Development Goal reports. I really find it interesting to see all these numbers for people without education and people without resources and books and classrooms and schools and the number of teachers that we will be needing to educate all these people. And I was thinking about technology and how that could be a promising tool to solve some, not all, of these problems. Um, in the DMG report, in the MDJ report, they provide us with current statistics about the less fortunate countries and some of the developed countries, and showing us that still we are facing a huge lack of teachers and educational administrators, and this needs has to be met soon in order to reach our goals. These goals were supposed to be met by a couple of years ago, but still some of the proposed goals 6 years ago haven't been met yet. The other article, which goes hand in hand with this one, is the National Education Technology Plan 2010 for the U.S. In this report, they provided a really nice approach to integrating technology into education. They provided us with some basic fundamental steps that we need to do in order to integrate such approach into education. For example, some of the points that I really found interesting, and it's really touched me in like deep inside, because I've tried this before with back home my country, and some of these steps are really simple and sometimes given, but people always tend to overlook them. For example, we should always look at the current situation before we plan any implementation, because mainly we are planning and we are doing all these buying technology and providing them, then we start looking at our current situation and whether we need these technologies or not. um, a second point is that we should have more flexible post-secondary education, because a lot of people are missing on this in the like undergraduate school, and they want just to go with the certificate or some sort of justification maybe. So we need to have more flexibility into our education system, and that can be done easily through educational technology that allows us to pick and choose and tailor what we need for certain targeted groups. A third point is that we should use assessment while there is some time to intervene and fix the problem, not like these days where when we are just testing the students at the end of the semester and we just check for their achievement. Because as I think about it, assessment is for making sure that students achieve what they want to do, or what we are hoping to learn. And if we don't do it in a timely manner to be able to intervene, then it's not helping anyone. It's just like ranking people, and we're not looking to rank people, we're looking to educate people. A fourth idea from the National Education Technology Plan is the founding of an infrastructure that connect our lifestyles and everyday activities with the learning we are trying to achieve by providing what they call an always-on communities, that you are always connected and you are always granted access to resources and activities and feedback and quizzes to fit your own need and your own lifestyle. And this last point actually can provide some kind of a solution to the MDG report, because the huge or the large number of people without education can benefit from an always-on communities if they have the ability to connect to them and participate in such initiatives. And I don't think it's not that easy, but it's not impossible to provide everyone with some sort of connection to the internet and some simple tools and softwares to help them to learn at least the basics. We are hoping to with the prices of technology these days, it's not that hard actually. $100 laptop, a $35 computers that can only like read. It's not that tough. Also, okay, yeah. So, just to wrap this video blog, which is my first, so I might be hesitating somehow. Just one thought that I really learned from this class the first week, and what we have covered so far, that you would never know what's coming up ahead, and you can always just look at your current situation and plan for it, because who knows, maybe in the future all this can be old news and they will have other means of learning and teaching. So we should always anticipate our near future and try to plan ahead and try to make sense of what we got and help other people to find their own ways of using it. Thank you.